The summer of 1969 was sweltering in Los Angeles. The city buzzed with the energy of the counterculture movement, but darker currents swirled beneath its sunlit surface. Among the Hollywood elite, Sharon Tate was a rising star, a radiant actress whose beauty and charisma lit up the screen. Married to acclaimed director Roman Polanski, Sharon was on the cusp of motherhood, eagerly awaiting the birth of her first child. Her home on Cielo Drive, a secluded estate perched in the Benedict Canyon area of Beverly Hills, was meant to be a haven. But on the night of August 8, 1969, that sanctuary became a house of horrors, the calm before the storm. The day began like any other. Sharon hosted a few friends, her ex-boyfriend and close confidant Jay Sebring, an acclaimed hairstylist, Abigail Folger, heiress to the Folger coffee fortune, and Abigail's boyfriend, Wojciech Frykowski, a Polish filmmaker. They spent the day chatting, eating, and lounging under the California sun. Sharon, heavily pregnant, was tired but content. Roman Polanski was in London for work, and though she missed him dearly, Sharon had refused to leave their home. She loved Cielo Drive, despite its eerie stillness at night. As the evening deepened, a gentle breeze rustled the trees surrounding the house. Inside, laughter and music filled the air, a stark contrast to the darkness inching closer. Unseen eyes. A few miles away, 4 members of the Manson family, led by the twisted ideologies of Charles Manson, prepared for a mission of terror. Their leader had instructed them to go to the house on Cielo Drive and kill everyone. The motive was nonsensical, a culmination of Manson's delusions and grudges against the entertainment industry. Tex Watson, the ringleader, accompanied by Susan Atkins, Patricia Krenwinkel, and Linda Kasabian, drove toward the estate, their minds warped by Manson's teachings. They carried knives, a gun, and the kind of malevolence that could shatter lives forever. The invasion. Around midnight, the killers arrived. Their first victim was Stephen Parent, an 18-year-old visiting the property's caretaker. Parent had the misfortune of being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Tex Watson shot him 4 times before the group made their way toward the house. Inside, Sharon and her friends were oblivious to the danger approaching. The killers cut the phone lines and entered the house through an open window. What followed was a scene of chaos and unimaginable terror. A night of horror. On August 8, 1969, Sharon Tate, pregnant and hosting friends at her Cielo Drive home, was murdered by members of the Manson family. Tex Watson, Susan Atkins, Patricia Krenwinkel, and Linda Kasabian followed Charles Manson's orders to kill everyone inside. They shot 18-year-old Stephen Parent, then stormed the house. Jay Sebring was killed while protecting Sharon, Wojciech Frykowski was overpowered, and Abigail Folger was chased and stabbed on the lawn. Sharon, the last victim, begged for her unborn child's life, but the killers showed no mercy, ending her life and future. The aftermath. Before fleeing, the killers scrawled the word pig on the front door with Sharon's blood, symbolizing their twisted ideology. The gruesome scene was discovered the next morning, sparking a media frenzy. The horrific murders shattered the glamour of Hollywood and left a nation in shock. The investigation and capture. For weeks, the LAPD struggled to find leads. Paranoia gripped the city as theories ran wild. A breakthrough came when Susan Atkins, arrested for unrelated crimes, confessed to the murders. The ensuing trial revealed the full scope of Manson's delusions and his control over his followers. Charles Manson and his accomplices were convicted and sentenced to life in prison, though the scars of their crimes lingered. A legacy of pain and justice. The Manson family murders marked the end of the 1960s era of peace and love. Sharon Tate became a symbol of innocence lost, her life and potential cruelly stolen. Her mother, Doris Tate, turned her grief into activism, advocating for victims' rights and ensuring the Manson family stayed behind bars. Reflection. The tragedy of August 8, 1969 remains one of Hollywood's darkest moments. Sharon Tate's life, filled with promise, was cut short by senseless violence. Her story endures as a reminder of the fragile line between light and darkness, and the evil that can lurk even in the most glamorous places.